Tantra's not it's the fastest of paths, but the spiritual path is not an instant thing. Sorry, not even Tantra. And it would be a little bit frightening, maybe a little much, if it was instant. It's fast enough. It's about all, it's been all I've been able to take. It's probably all you've been able to take as you've been along.
Sure.
Would you have liked it in half the time?
No, it's gone as fast as it could possibly go. Even though at the time sometimes you think it should go faster.
And then you find out why not.
But in retrospect, it's gone lightning speed, as fast as I was able. Sure. The fantasy of people's fears is always greater than the actual fear itself. Or that when they live out the fear, the fantasy is far greater. Recently, we did a workshop for women, and I invited a woman I've been working with. And the woman had a tragic car accident about 10 years before. So she never drove anywhere by herself, and she never left the house really except with her husband, never went anywhere without her husband. Now I'm asking her to come do a whole weekend retreat away from home without her husband, because it was for women only. And she phoned me a few days before in a panic attack. She was having a physical attack, and she said, I can't come. I can't face the trip. I don't know what you were going to do with me on this workshop, and I can't come. And I spoke to her, and I said, I encouraged her, and slowly she calmed down, and she landed up coming. And of course, driving to the workshop, doing the workshop, had very, very little to do with her fear at all. She did have some scariness on the workshop, which she went through, etc. But it showed her that her fear wasn't actually, there was no truth in her fear. There was nothing of real in her fear. It was just something in her head. And that's a very powerful thing in Tantra, that you've got some idea in your head, some fear, some illusion. So you're scared to drive, you're scared to leave your husband. Go do it. Let's see, is it true? We have to check to see if what the mind is telling us is true. Because it will continue to inform our experience for the rest of our lives until we stop and go, hey, is it true? Is it a terrifying thing to drive to a retreat and do a workshop? Is that true? And in her case, it wasn't true. So she found out her mind had incorrect information. It was a very powerful learning for her. The thought that meditation arose out of lovemaking, or the understanding of it arose out of lovemaking, has crossed my mind while lovemaking. It has happened. And because if you ask what meditation is when you're deeply present in the moment. This is for me the most blissful thing that can happen, when that presence happens and there's no thought of future or past or wanting to change anything, or just this moment is as perfect as the moment could possibly ever be. Sure, I've noticed that in lovemaking. And I think it's valid to say that perhaps someone else noticed it long ago and said, wow, this is a very beautiful meditation.
You could say glimpses from the window happen, what we call satori, which is, satori is the flash of light in the darkness, like a flash of lightning on a dark night. It briefly shows you how the territory looks. So for a seeker that means briefly, just for a moment, suddenly you feel your connectedness with all existence, or you feel that existence really does love you, or one of these aspects of the truth you suddenly encounter and really see. And that happening around sexual practice, I think the origins of Tantra are very involved in that.